Hi, welcome back to our Let's Play of Lord of the Rings Online, King's Gondor. We are doing the main quest line. We are here on the west side of Pelagir, the port city. So the main quest, to recap, has been we are tracking down the heirs of Castamere, which is a group not loyal to King Aragorn Elisar. And we are investigating to make sure that it's safe for him to travel. So we're kind of going ahead like a scouting party, and we've discovered there is some potential threat. We talked to the ruler of Pelagir, and we've discovered that the heirs of Castamere have been lighting the beacons of Gondor, and right there in the distance you can see smoke. They've been lighting the beacons of Gondor to signal to their group. So that's where we are on the quest line. We're going to go investigate a beacon of Gondor. Pretty interesting storyline. This is in the appendices of The Return of the King. Sort of. But LOTRO does a great job of sticking to canon, and then where canon isn't really clear or described, they kind of made up characters in a good way. There's a lot of grass and flowers, and when you come through here at like level 100 during the War of the Ring, there's just like orcs attacking everything. Everything's burning. So it's really nice to come through here and everything's nice and pleasant, and music is really nice. The music when you come through here is all like battle music, you know, horns, and now it's all very nice and pretty. So this quest line, I believe, if we follow the main one, will get us through King's Gondor, Gondor Renewed, and eventually take us to Umbar and into Harad. And the latest expansion, I think, is Kingdoms of Harad. So we're going to go up this hill and see if they are using the beacon. The beacons of Gondor were used in the past to signal help for other regions of Gondor and the Rohirrim. If you remember in the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies, in Return of the King, when Pippin lights the beacon of Gondor, there's that epic, like, across mountaintop scene of all the beacons lighting, and so that's in the book. It's in the movies. We're going to go ahead and make this our one of our millstones. I have two. Okay, we got our stable master. Every time you're in a new place, always grab the stable master. It's always a good idea as well to make the milestone your home in case you need to go back. At least that's what I always do. Okay. What's this place called? Ost Engelbed. That Gondorian infrastructure looks a lot like Pelagir. What are these statues are supposed to be representing? Maybe the stewards of Gondor? So we are on my main character. He is a dwarf guardian, and I am spec'd into the red line, which is the DPS spec, so primarily red. I have 1 point in my tier, but I've been waiting to get 2 at a time. When you fill out your chosen path, if you get 2 points, you can start branching off into the others. So I've been branching off into the blue line, which is more of the tank spec, and that's given me a lot of defensive skills, so that's been fun. The beacon remains lit, as Faltheron suspected. Agree with the man to determine his loyalties? What man are we talking about here? Is there... Wait a minute. The man raises an eyebrow and stares at you appraisingly.
Can I help you with something?
He asks carefully, and you respond by nodding. That the beacon casts a long shadow, like Castamere did in years past. The man smiles broadly. You must be the kindred spirit I was told to expect. What a pleasant surprise. Ethiel described you, described you to me, but I did not foresee that one of the king's close personal friends could possibly support our mission. And here you are. I need not tell you of the... I need to raise this a little bit. I need not tell you... it would be to have you with us. Sorry, I couldn't really read it. Especially if you still have the ear of the king. I hope you have not aired your true feelings and endangered your friendship with him. My name is Mathron, and I have been keeping this beacon lit. It is a sign, and although the war is over, the fighting is not yet done. The guards of Ost Engelbed try to extinguish it as often as they can, but my friends and I relight it when their attention wanes. Okay. So it sounds like that theory is correct, that the heirs of Castamere are lighting the beacon.
We need people to know that Elisar does not speak for all of Gondor.
I have written a number of parchments proclaiming that Be'lakor survived the war and his marshals a force that will rise up against Elisar and his elf queen. The people of Gondor need to ready themselves for the coming conflict. You ask Mathron where Be'lakor has hidden himself to prepare if he waves away your questions. There will be time later to discuss. For now, we need to distribute these papers. I stashed them in a crate outside the steps hall of Ost Engelbed. Retrieve them and hand them out to the people of the city. Alright, so we're kind of continuing. I think we're trying to see how far this threat goes. Like if this is a realistic threat or not. I'm going to take a snapshot of that. I like that. So if you hit F12, at least if your default hotkey key commands, you clear your UI, and if you hit F11, you can screenshot it, and it goes to your screenshot folder. That's a real nifty way to just kind of capture the really unique parts of Middle-earth. That's one of my favorite things about this game, is every region just feels really different, really unique environments. Or I was supposed to collect Mathron's parchment by the hall. Was it in the hall? Oh, it's right here. Okay, distribute Mathon's parchments in support of heirs of Castamere. Burning parchments. Or burn them. I see. Why would I hand them out unless I'm trying to usurp? Why would it give me the option? Can I be an evil dwarf guardian? What is this, like Star Wars The Old Republic, where I can go down the dark side? You know, it's interesting. Other MMORPGs, like World of Warcraft, are either the Alliance or the Horde. There's two sides, and you're kind of pitted against each other, so players will inevitably fight other players. Star Wars The Old Republic, you're either on the Jedi side or the Sith side. Lord of the Rings Online is unique in that you play on the free people, so you're all on the same team. That's another thing I really like about Lord of the Rings Online. It's like this cooperative, collaborative, team-oriented game. I know you performed a great many deeds throughout the kingdom during the war, and your name is spoken with reverence. It's that dwarf something. Bromvar, yes, that's right. You don't know anything about the lighting of the beacon, do you? No, you wouldn't. It's just that these troublemakers keep setting it afire whenever we extinguish it, and it's not supposed to be lit except in dire need. Has no one told them, these miscreants, that the war is over? Maybe you can do me a favor. Bring the beacon oil to Halwyn in the safekeeping. If we store the oil further away, that might prevent these villains from lighting the beacons every time we douse it. Halwyn guards the stores by the northeast fountain. I like that guy's outfit. His face is kind of gaunt. Kind of a creepy looking dude. Alright, we're gonna use our... Oh, can't use our brutal charge. So yeah, we're spec'd into the red line. Excuse me. This is one of my favorite classes. The Lord of the Rings Online has really, really awesome classes. They recently did a update, like the last year or so, where you can also spec into the yellow line, and the yellow line has a lot of area effect, AoE abilities. And before, I think the Guardian only had a couple things he could deal with big groups of people. Okay, I'm supposed to carry this to the northeast fountain. Alright. There you go. You deliver the beacon oil. There's Hallowen. Alright. Now we talk to this dude, this creepy dude. Look at him.
Sorry I didn't meet you at the beacon. That lad Ben was sniffing around.
The guards really trust you, don't they? It is truly a stroke of good fortune that they sent you to us. If you tell Hallowen that we need a barrel of weapons, I am certain she will give it to you, happily. Delivering papers is one thing, but we will need weapons if we are to carry out our plans. Eventually, it will come to fighting. When you have the barrel of weapons, bring it to me outside the eastern entrance to the city. On the cliffs on the south. Hold out and wait for me before you speak to Hallowen. Wait for me to leave. Guy's kind of a coward. You tell Hallowen that Laban asked you to bring him a barrel of weapons so he could ream the guards of Ost Engelbed. Rearm. And keep troublemakers from lighting the beacons. Hallowen nods. That has been a real problem of late, and they are using so much oil. What if we had need of it? You can, of course, bring me the weapons, my friend. There's a barrel of high-quality weapons just on the other side of the fountain. Wait. Don't go just yet. There's also a barrel of rusty old implements right next to it. Be careful to don't bring me the wrong one. Pick up either the barrel of the north fountain or the weapons. I don't want to bring the guy weapons. Are they these weapons? So where's the barrel? I don't want to pick up either the barrel on the north of the fountain or... Well, I don't see the barrel, so I guess I'll do the weapons. You don't normally get two choices, so I'm not sure what the two-choice option is doing. Carry... Okay. Or carry... Pick up either of the barrels. I'm wondering if that's just not worded really well. I'm really confused what I'm supposed to be doing. This is a pretty big city, though. Gondor has a lot of like little fortifications all throughout the area. Maybe that's because they've had just, you know, years and years of being attacked, assaulted. It's abandoned. There's the dude. All right.
I am grateful for your assistance, my friend.
as we all are, or would be, when you meet the rest of us, and I think you will soon, for there will be a meeting. Our plans have accelerated, and it is time to act.
You are welcome to attend the meeting.
Many of those who share the way of thinking will be in attendance, and they will be eager to meet you. Go to the northern half of the town of Linhier, and knock on the bronze door opposite the fountain. My name will get you inside. I will see you there. Alright. Linhier. We're moving through the zone pretty quickly. I don't typically do any side quests, just because side quests just take... I mean, there's so much. And I always seem to out-level everywhere I'm playing, even only sticking to the main quest. But I do a lot of missions and other things. I do a lot of crafting, and you do get experience for crafting. I'm going to get all the ore deposits I can as I progress. I am, for anyone interested, King's Gondor is still in the Gundabad tier of crafting, which is really helpful if you need to catch up to it. Or I have a lot of other alt characters that will also use it, so I'm going to collect it. I'm not going to go super out of my way, but I'm going to collect it. I need to upgrade into my Umbari tier of crafting. So there's another big fort right there. Lovely architecture, the wings, all the flags, it's cool, all the halberds. So as I'm going through Gondor, I'm also going to be checking my deed log, which you can do in that book-looking thing. I like to get the exploring deeds. So this one here. Are we in lower? Yeah. So I might do this off camera. But that'll give me 5 LOTRO points, 1,000 virtue. It's not really great. But I am a free-to-play account. So I do try to do those as much as possible. I think that's how you get in-game currency from doing deeds. You know, it's just... with in-game currency, you can buy expansions, mounts, cosmetics, crafting things. You can do a lot. Lord of the Rings Online has one of the best free-to-play systems I've ever seen, where I subscribed for a little bit, and then I just took a huge break from gaming in general. So obviously wasn't subscribed at that point. When I came back, I kind of was like, well, the idea of subscribing is just not something I'm really gonna do. So I played World of Warcraft for many years, and that has like a completely non-existent free-to-play system, and Warcraft really stinks now, so I'm not interested in that. So I really appreciate Lord of the Rings Online not being greedy. They this year they did a promo code that if you get the promo code, you can type it into your store, and it made all content. Even they released like Yondershire, Wildwood, Before the Shadow, these like kind of bonus expansions. They gave you all of that free up till Gundabad, and then King's Gondor, what I'm currently playing through, I saw was on sale, so I got that. So I got like 140 levels of content free, and then this whole expansion for like 100 LOTRO points. So it's just crazy. You know, almost to it's like, why are you giving me all this for free? But, you know, they have an in-game store and other ways of earning revenue. I just appreciate that. That's not normally how games in 2025 really operate. Looks like they're rebuilding the wall with some scaffolding. That's neat. Alright, we are in Lynn here. We're gonna make our milestone here. Grab the stable master. This place got real tore up. So this would have been, yeah, this would have been attacked by the Corsairs. So up here on the right where my mouse is, that's Minas Tirith, obviously. So the Corsairs would have sailed in this little harbor area. What's that called? A strait? I think that's called a strait in geography. Where it's like the land kind of splits out and there's all these little kind of islandy things, and maybe it's a cape. It's either a cape or a strait. I can't remember what that's called. Alright, I need to get to the bridge over here. Oh, I remember this place. I did some kind of instance or something through here. Look at that, like aqueduct. This is really just a really pretty area. Like, even the rocks look kind of nice. Look at that. That big old mountain in the distance. I'm enjoying just like the aesthetics of this zone. Oh, I passed somebody. Well, that lady has a LOTRO currency over her head. So I don't know what that means. Oh, well, I know that means that I have to pay for something. Who's this guy? Castamere supporter. Mythron vouches for you, but you had better be on your finest behavior while you are with us, Bromvar. If you get a single toe out of line, you will wish you hadn't. Praise the memory of Castamere.
I hope Mython is right that you can be trusted.
Find Mythron. This place is super jacked. What is going on in this building? How is that being held up? Also, how far does this building go? Oh, you found the right place. I'm delighted for you to come join us, my friend. To have another member of Elisar's court among our number seems almost too great a gift to be believed. Oh, so there's someone from Elisar's court here. The meeting is soon to begin.
Follow me, please. The meeting will be held downstairs.
A tip, if you hit enter /follow, you will auto follow.
Introduce yourself to my friends before we begin.
Without touching anything. That's really helpful. There's a lot of like following quests in the game that if you hit enter /follow, your character will just follow the NPC. Alright. Trassadir. I have nothing to say to you. No. Rude. Hebeth. Do not think that you are one of us just because Mythron invited you. That's a pleasant bunch. Do not trouble yourself over much. They will warm up to you when they learn how useful you are. Observe the meeting of Castamere supporters.
This gathering of our folk. Praise the memory of Castamere and all his heirs. Praise the heirs of Castamere. Ah, here is Ithiel. Welcome, welcome.
Ithiel?
We have some new faces here today. Who are your guests, I feel? Do they wish to join our ranks?
I present to you Tumuldo Fiercewater and his wife Nakasi Wave Reaper. They bring tidings to us from Umbar.
We do.
Love the voice acting. This is cool.
But who is this one who stands among you? Do the heirs of Castamere now ally with such as they?
Who is this? And they? This guy is tall. Look how much taller he is than me. Tumludu Fiercewater. Oh. It is said that when Balakor the Scourge met his end, it was at the hands of dead men that he met it. They say it was the King Elisar who commanded the killing blow, but others stood nearby. An elf, a dwarf. A hero who bore the name Bromvar. Ew. I had no love for Balakor Bromvar. Nakasi and I preyed upon the ships he sent forth. Umbar before he came to power, but afterward, when he did not cease our roguery, he took one hand from each of us. One hand? What? They're missing a hand? And replaced them with these made of metal. Dang. Tumuldo raises his left hand and shines in the dim light of the cellar. The hands he cut off were preserved, and now they decorate the cabin of our ship, each forever clasping the other, a sign of our love and also of our desire of vengeance.
There when Balakor was
What?
slain? I knew this worm could not be trusted.
That's gnarly.
Trusted ear, be silent. What news do you bring from Umbar, Tumuldo? Does Balakor's family ready an assault upon Gondor?
They do not.
What? Why?
The heirs of Castamere no longer control Umbar. They have been overthrown.
How can this be?
This is a poor jest. Who thinks to supplant the heirs of Castamere?
The Kindred of the Coins has made Umbar a free city.
Alright. Kindred of Coins.
Stand against them, and they will free your head from your shoulders.
Negasi.
Music's cool. You don't really hear that kind of music.
But my wife speaks truth to you.
Definitely
A new
sounds
power
Middle Eastern.
rules in Umbar. If you aid this power, you may be spared. If not,
I have heard enough! The heirs of Castamere will not submit to more foreign rulers!
Who leads this Kindred of the Coins?
7 there are who lead it, but they speak with the people's voice. And the people hold little love for Gondor in their hearts. We will give you time to think about our offer.
Do not think over long. The Sea Shadow grants mercy, but rare.
Nakasi, my love. Again, she speaks truth. Still, your choice is your own.
Interesting. Well, okay. So the Kindred of the Coin seems like there's like two factions. Heirs of Castamere are on the Gondorian soil, and the Kindred of the Coin sounds like a group in the Umbar. Alright, that was interesting. I don't understand how this could have happened. We heard no word from the heirs of Castamere who remained in Umbar, but I believe they would send a message as soon as they could. From where sprang this Kindred of the Coin? And how could they so easily overthrow our folk? The heirs of Castamere were established in the city. I cannot understand it. What has become of Sakofi, the widow of Balakar? Or of Balakad, his son?
I feel, why did you bring them to us?
You saw their manner of dress? I thought they were smugglers or corsairs. How was I to know they serve another master?
The Kindred of the Coins.
Sounds ominous. We have friends across the kingdom, hidden in plain sight. If we can rally the people of Gondor to our side, aye, it could be done. Brombar, the folk of Gondor do not wish to be ruled by Elisar and his elf queen, nor do they wish to make a subservient to Umbar. If the Kindred of the Coin thinks to challenge us for the rule of Gondor, once our place, Bearfruit and King Elisar is slain, perhaps they will find we are not so easily conquered. I have to believe this is the way it will be. Whoa.
What was that? Follow me!
Somebody screamed. I love the voice acting. That's great. I hope the whole expansion will be like this.
Oh no!
Whoa. Tumaldor Fiercewater lies in the cold stone floor, a pool of his own blood. A Gondorian blade buried in his back. His wife Nikasi kneels by him, her eyes burning with fury and unshed tears.
Trusted ear, what have you done?
I planted my sword in his back, and I would do it again! So end all who threaten the heirs of Castamere.
They were guests. They were under our protection.
Who now will protect you from me? This one?
No, there is something about you that is different. You are not with the rabble, even as they seek to court you. Tumuldur and I knew all this scheming is a goal at times, mean that you must ally with your enemies. Are you willing to die with these folk, or will you stand with me and repay this treachery?
They are both our enemies, my son. They must die.
You killed the dude in cold blood. That's like why his back was
Be
turned.
afraid. No one else must die.
That's pretty cowardly, you know what I'm saying? Oops. So I have it set up where if I hit Shift 2 and 3, I will hit my AoE abilities, but I accidentally hit my window out.
Why did you not speak? Why do you say nothing?
Sometimes it's easier just to click it, I don't know. Here's my AoE abilities.
You will die for this. Castamere, guide my sword.
That guy's pretty annoying, actually. Well. Well. That problem took care of itself. Nikasi, my love, you were right. Gondor must die. Oh. The song. None of these vermin remain alive in this place. To Maudul, you are avenged upon them. Nikasi turns her eyes to you. Let us leave this place. Go ahead of me. I will carry the body of my husband. He deserves to rest forever in the sea, and not in these vile houses of stone. My husband and I were at sea when Balakor summoned us to join his fleet as he besieged
My
Gondor.
husband and I were at sea when Balakor summoned us to join his fleet as he besieged Gondor.
I didn't know she was going to read the first part of that test. Instead, we quit the war and sailed far home. And so we were robbed of our chance to spit upon his corpse, but not before he took something else from me. For my youngest brother died in the service of the Scourge. It meant that we were near at hand when the uprising began, and when the waves receded, the kindred of the coins rolled in Umbar, and the heirs of Castamere were only a forted memory. Tumuldual and I swore to fight the kindred, and we fight, and I was not certain that Gondor would have died until this day. Now, however, I am sure of it. The sea shadow hates Gondor, and he has chosen the manner of its doom. The song of waves and wind will spell the end of Elisar's Gondor, and you would be wise to leave the kingdom before it does. Nakasi falls briefly silent, as if waiting for Tumuldur to speak, but he is dead. She turns cold eyes upon you. Today we are alive, Umbar. The next time we will meet will not be so. This is the only warning I will give you. Gondor will pay for the death of Tumuldur 1,000 times over. Do not stand in my way. Right. Talk to Gossenmonger inside the eastern entrance of Linhir. Wow, okay. So we dealt with all the heirs of Castamere. I don't think any of them are alive now. But now we have a different faction, the Kindred of the Coins. She said something about a song of wind and waves. Almost sounded like some kind of sorcery or something.
What tidings have I of King Elisar?
Gossip
You have
monk.
not already heard.
He has departed the White City and begins a tour of his kingdom. It may be a few weeks, but he'll be coming here if you wish to see him.
I have heard his traveling party will be quite large, so it will take him some time to arrive.
Travel to the entrance of Imloth Melu in the King's Gondor. Alright, so it looks like we're going back to Lothernok. Alright, I think that will end this episode here. So that was pretty fun. And we'll pick up, probably meet up with Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas in the next episode.